Welcome to another Baby Theater in the Dark. Today, we're going to be talking about Tina the Unwell. You see, Tina, she was a typical woman, and by that I mean extraordinary. She had graduated at the top of her class for astronaut training, and she was an astronaut, that is. She went up into space, and she even had a brief encounter with what some would call unidentified flying objects. However, one thing to know about Tina is these things are all in her past. Her future, well, that's a dark secret, a dark omen, seems like. You see, the one thing that Tina did not like was children's music. It seems like a innocent enough hatred, but it wasn't always this way. You see, Tina developed this because it seemed that over the years the lyrics seemed to change a small bit. It was subtle at first, but the closer and closer it got to her future, her destiny, the more the lyrics became strange. You see, that was truly, truly the downfall of Tina. To start there, we should all just go right back to the beginning of the issues. Well, she heard a song called Old MacDonald Had a Farm. And as she heard it, it became more and more clear that the song was aimed at her. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. On this farm, he had a ship, E-I-E-I-O. With a Tina here and a Tina there. Here a Tina, everywhere's a Tina. Now, it would be strange if someone just heard this on a whim, or maybe it's a prank. But the interesting thing is, a child was singing it. When she started talking to a friend, and she began to sing the rhyme, even though she sang the rhyme the way that she heard it, the way that I sang it a moment ago, what came out of her mouth was the actual lyrics to the correct song. An oink oink here, Tina exclaimed, and an oink oink there. Here an oink, there an oink. Now her friends, they thought, well, that she had gone a little bonkers. More than a little, but they didn't understand what she was trying to tell them. Clearly, that was a lyric to the song, and there was nothing much about that to be concerned about. They said, well, you should just not concern yourself with children's rhymes. Seems a little simple to me, they said. Well, let me tell you, Tina tried that. She tried that very hard. She went to YouTube and she started Googling every single song. And what came up was kind of astonishing. She kept hearing more and more songs like that. But you see, they began to get a bit darker each time she heard them. It said, Tina Berg is falling down, falling down, falling down. Tina Berg is falling down. Oh, how to help her. Tina Berg is falling down, falling down, falling down. Tina Berg is falling down. Oh, how to help her. Well, it seemed that when she told her friends about this rhyme, it was the same rhyme as the normal typical sound. London Bridge, they said, yes. Very classic. But what does that have to do with you, Tina? Well, she was frustrated at this point. She was downright upset. She didn't know what would come next, and she was afraid to find out. The next best thing was to avoid all children's songs. Make sure that she would not around any children, and make sure that they knew not to go talk to her or even look at her or even sing in any way, shape, or form. But as Tina was driving to work one day, it seemed like that was all that was on the radio. Well, every song that was on the radio that started playing was some kind of children's song. Itsy bitsy Tina will have bees in her eyes. Down in the grave, everyone dies. Tina, you're next. Tina, you're next. Tina, you're next. Well, this was quite unnerving. The darker the rhymes got, the more livid she became. She couldn't even tell anybody online about it because as she wrote the lyrics, they came out a typical normal song again. It was as if she was hearing the correct song and her brain was translating it incorrectly. Then she came to a fortune teller. Her last ditch effort. Her name was Esmeralda. And she said, I do feel a dark presence among you. Perhaps there's some kind of a burden on your shoulders, she said. Maybe you should, maybe we should cleanse you a little bit. The fortune teller was known among town, but you see, Tina didn't ask around about the fortune teller. What was known about her was she really took her job a little too seriously at times, and sometimes it got to her mental health state. And this particular night, she'd gone pretty deep into a mirror. And one might say that she never came out. whoever this was, this fortune teller was not the one that owned the shop. It was something else entirely. Now, Tina didn't know this, and the fortune teller's real name was Cindy. So, the name Esmeralda coming up, well, that's someone else entirely. And Esmeralda reached into a bag and she pulled out a knife. She said, I carved this into the table because you might know something of it. Let me see if this jogs your memory. She drew a symbol into the table and suddenly it began to play music. It seemed like it was Neela, almost like a phonograph of some sort that played some kind of music from the table. How is it possible? How could it do it? But it did it all the same. And the music that came out was not even human. It was just screams. Screams. And the fortune teller said, you see, these children's songs, they do have a deeper meaning. You see, the reason children sing these things is because they're happy and can see all that's in the future ahead of them. But when you hear them, well, you subconsciously and in a dream sense know that you're going to die soon. And the closer you get to death, the deeper and the darker the children's songs become. You see, it's closer to your death because, well, I'm Esmeralda, the taker. Tina gasped and said, what does that even mean? Well, Esmeralda smiled and said, the last scream on that playlist is yours. And Tina realized as she looked down upon her mouth that she was screaming. And before she knew it, she had passed on into another world. It goes to show that even if you have the wildest of dreams or the wildest of visions, sometimes the answer is simply not to go digging. Sometimes the answer is just to leave it be. Had Tina left it be, she would have never even reached out to the fortune teller that led to her doom. But perhaps this was fate after all. If she hadn't have made that decision, mayhaps the children's songs would have never changed. But we shall see. Until you hear your next children's song, good night.